Sloan, today we have a guest, Phetote Mshairi. Welcome, Phetote.
Howdy.
Phetote's in the house. How are you, man?
Howdy.
We are so happy that you're here. Cheers. Welcome to your drunken uncle.
Welcome, drunken uncles and I.
Phetote, you know, you've got a lot going on. You're a busy man. Why don't you tell us a little bit what you've been up to in their poetic realm?
I write, and when I'm not writing, I'm writing. And then I'm writing some more, and then performing every now and then. But everything that I do is based on writing. Even if it's not for a project, I just like to write. That's what I'm comfortable doing.
So you write more than poetry?
Mm-hmm.
What other stuff do you been writing?
Songwriting. I do screenplays, plays, monologues. I've been hired to write love letters for people.
Nice. That's a good business.
I could use you.
That's awesome.
Especially when I'm in the doghouse. So I'll get your number after the show.
It comes in handy. It comes in handy. This is what songwriting, as I said before, just whatever books, of course, whatever words, however I can put words together is what I do.
So you have a book coming out.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah.
The books are, there's a manuscript, a full manuscript called An Old Fart and 1,000 Sentiments. And there are different thoughts and different styles. There are over 27 different poetry styles, poetic styles in it, and a couple that I've created on my own. And there's a chapbook, An Old Fart and his chapbook. That's a condensed version of that has over 13 different poetry styles and over spanning different subject matters, different genres. I want to let, it's like, for me, it's like a writing written poetry is like a martial art. And my spoken word is, I'm a fighter, street fighter. Now some street fighters can kick a martial artist's ass because they're that good, but in order to know, you want to know the craft. And to say that you're a poet, you have to know that there's a structure. There are structures, many structures to it, to writing poetry. And to call yourself a poet, you have to know your craft. And that's what I do in the book.
So
Stress that.
you're showing your versatility.
Sounds awesome.
Very cool. Yeah.
Do not talk to society. Society is corrupted with a contagious propensity to lie under the guise of political correctness. You could lose your livelihood over an election if your personal preference or opinion offends the wrong voting bloc. Society won't stop until it gets theirs, even if it means taking yours to get there. How many times do they have to walk right by you like they don't even care for you to realize that they don't care?
So let's talk a little bit about your performance, man. Like, I've seen you perform, Grant's seen you perform, Laura's seen you perform. I've performed with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Phetote's if you've never seen Phetote perform, he's a phenomenal performer. Love and Lust every February. You're a knockout on the stage.
So are you.
It's true.
Well, thank you. But where does your inspiration come from? Like, what's the background of that? Where do you find the attitude, the style, the huevos to do what you do?
It's from my mother. My mother, she's a poet, she's a writer and an actress. So I grew up watching her, and she grew up till I was the kid at school and at church doing the plays. If there was something to read, a scripture to read, or a verse to read, I was the kid do it, and I found that I was comfortable doing it. I like doing it. So my mother taught me, as far as, back to your question, my mother told me that there's power in words. Every word has a meaning. Every word has an expression. Show that expression in the word. And with my spoken word, I can do that. If I'm talking about heat in my spoken word, it's hot. So I have to express that. If I'm talking about cold,
You're feeling it.
cold. If I'm talking about cool, it's cool. Words have their own meaning, have their own energy, and as a spoken word artist, you show that. And you express that. And when you do that, I just express the words.
So how else does the church, impact your writing? Do you have religious themes or?
I call them spiritual things.
Okay.
In tune. I believe that the universe and everyone is together. we're not separate. You can't separate. You shouldn't separate nature from people. We're all one. So when I write, when I think about writing, it's a matter of everything connecting, everyone being connected, everything is connected. We're all one. We're all. There's no word for we're all. That's it.
We're all.
We're all.
Yeah.
Is that getting harder these days, do you think, to feel connected to everyone? You sound like an optimist.
Yeah, and that's what I write.
Right
I
on.
keep
It's
it
hard to do.
optimistic, and that's part of the the spiritual aspect, not necessarily just religious, because I see the benefits of all different religions, and I believe religion is just people's interpretation of spirituality, how they see it, and everyone wants to be right, so they write what they think is right, and they want everybody to believe that they're right about this particular religion or way of expressing themselves or way of them expressing their spirituality. So I like the positive aspect of spirituality, not necessarily religion.
Right.
And love is the base of that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Cheers. Salud.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Man, that's exactly how we roll.
Thanks to Laura, Lord.
That's
You know.
my spiritual energy too, man.
Sure.
Back to performing though. You got some stuff coming up. What's going on with you at Living Arts, and what are you developing?
Well, I'm, as you know, as you all are, I am a member of the spoken word committee of Living Arts of Tulsa. I have it's a play that has video aspect of it called Letters to Her from Phetote. Letters to Her from Phetote is coming up. Be tuned. Stay tuned for it. It's in 2019. It's coming. It's going to be nice.
Do you have a date?
Yeah, what's the date?
It's May 2019.
All right.
May
2019.
Hopefully we can get the
Yeah,
show out
Living
before
Arts.
then.
It's a live show. Right?
It's a live show where I'm not going to
Yeah,
give
who
away.
is she?
But Letters to Her from Phetote is a conglomeration of love
Yeah.
notes that I've written over the years in different relationships, but I'm putting them all into two relationships. One relationship where I meet her, I'm yearning for love. I meet her, we get married, we get divorced. I'm sad, turn into a player. Realize that that's not my life. Meet the woman that I really love, that I should have been. The woman who told me that everything else before wasn't love.
You're a romantic man.
Aw,
You are
I
a
can't wait.
romantic.
Love.
I hope it's early May. 'cause
Sounds
We're
like
in
a-
Ireland. We're in Ireland late May. Do it early May. So we
Well, it
can-
also sounds like a certain song that somebody wrote. What I'm curious about is like there's a narrative to this, so it's not just poetry, right? It seems multimedia. There's a story arc.
Yes.
There's going to be video.
Yeah.
Yes. There will be a story, a monologue. I'll be doing the monologue, and the scenes from the different aspects of the relationship will be playing in the background.
Oh my God,
as a
how
video.
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So
I love this idea.
Yeah.
I think it's will be, and I'm looking for wonderful directors, wonderful videographers. I want direction. I need direction. I want different aspects of where should this go. I want that person or those people to tell me, okay, it should be here in a place I never even thought to look. Oh, that is a wonderful idea. And that's the beauty about collaboration. So I'm looking for
YDU crew.
Yeah.
You guys are on notice.
So you hear that, drunkles out there, Phetote Mshairi, collaborators.
Yeah.
For his project that'll be coming up at Living Arts, May 19th, May something.
May something.
And you'll need
2019.
actors
I
too,
can
right?
say he's really great to
Two
work
leading
with
actors.
too.
Two leading ladies.
It's
Two
true.
leading ladies.
Really easy to work with, really fun to work with.
Brilliant.
Needing two leading ladies for to play the other half of my souls.
Hey, I got a question for
What's
you.
that?
You got something right now? Throw it out there right now.
See, I was wanting you guys to have the bass out.
I told
You're
you.
playing.
Right there. What do you want?
I won't let me down. I won't let me down. I won't let me down in the dumpster dwell amongst the busted busters who accepted failure as an option.
It is so preposterous how popular copping out becomes when hard times come, but I won't succumb. If success is at the end of the finish line, I won't crawl or walk to get mine, I'm gonna run. No sleep for me, don't sleep on feed. No snooze button, cause snoozers lose while go-getters get theirs. I can't get mine without yearning for yours behind envious stares. I won't allow me to slumber in the slums like a bum while complacency plunders my dreams. Me and procrastination don't relate, so I have to stay awake to fulfill my dreams. It seems that I can only see my gleam glowing when my eyes are open, so my two physical peoples keep peeping while my third eye searches for more openings. By faith I'll make it happen, cause that's the substance of my hoping. I won't let me down. I've been destined for greatness ever since I erupted through the erection and swam through the fallopians, and even then I wouldn't let me drown. I'm success bound. I won't even diddle in the middle with the mediocre jokers who are satisfied with being a paycheck or two away from being broken. I refuse to peruse Loserville with the losers who choose not to fulfill their purpose because they're too concerned about what they look like on the surface. Trying to be fine is the least of my worries when my mind is on my incline because my vision is blurred by vanity. And trying to keep up with the chins, Lopez's and Joneses can cause too much financial calamity to the family. Losing while looking good doing it ain't a good look to me. Too much regret there, too much divorce there, too many inherited bad habits and children going off course there. Must it be rare that people are treated fair and actually care about their fellow man's welfare and healthcare?
Damn.
You could go there. I'd rather live healthy than hedonistic. It is so sadistic to abuse the gift of physical fitness that God gave us just because it feels good. Old me will reap the benefits of young me doing what I should, so I'm going to eliminate my vices one by one till there are none. I'm going to live long and healthy to see my sons have sons. I won't let them down. I won't go broke and be broken hearted behind the smoke and hiding with a fabulous face and body, but the characters are bitter. It ain't tricking if you got it, but it is tricking if you gotta give her gifts to get with her. And I realize that the devil doesn't come in the form of pitchforks and horns. It attaches his eyes with bling bling and porn. So I won't do the devil's devious deeds to satisfy my carnal needs anymore. Since I'm made in my God's image, when you see me, imagine me as love in the physical form, adorned in wings, high above the clouds, living out loud and making my mama proud. This I vow.
Yeah.
I won't let me down. I won't let me down.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Thank you so much, Phetote Mshairi, for gracing your drunken Uncle Murphy's pub.
Hey,
Yeah.
We're so happy you came.
This guy, poet in Tulsa, performer in Tulsa,
Thank you so
extraordinary.
much.
living arts.
All right.
You'll see him at Love and Lust in February. You'll see him in his Love Letter show in May. When is Rappers versus Poets?
Poets versus rappers.
Poets versus rappers.
Ooh, that's hot. That's
July.
That's another
July.
event that we curate, that I curate.
That's right.
Yeah.
This man's busy. This man's doing it. You need to come check out Phetote.
Phetote, your drunken uncle.
Appreciate you.
You're drunken uncle.